Well, it's not money for nothing. It's money for lots of study and lots of analyzing and lots of predicting and lots of knowing your stuff. Am I talking about Wall Street? No, I'm talking about the Kentucky Derby. When you pick your horse tomorrow, post time 6:24. But we'll get some real financial advice from Jamie Westenbarger in just a minute. It's a Firekeepers Casino Friday. That's another place you can invest your money on the weekend if you want to. It's right there in Battle Creek, right where I-94 crosses 69. And I suppose that would be pretty good if you could go there and roll the bones and watch the Derby and have a mint julep. And later in the program, we'll learn just how to make a mint julep, the traditional drink of the Kentucky Derby, when we have our mixologist come in from Firekeepers Casino. He's going to blend up a couple for us. John Klepper will be here. What's in a mint julep? We'll find out. Okay, so far this morning, we know that Terry Lynn Land has decided not to run for United States Senate against Senator Debbie Stabenow. She says they're not giving her the support she would need, and so forget about it. So now Pete Hoekstra is out. Terry Lynn Land is out, leaving so far only former Kent County probate judge Randy Heckman, Roscommon businessman Peter Konecki, and they're the only two that have formally entered. Saul Lanusis, the former Republican Party chair, is thinking about it. Cardiologist Rob Steele from Ann Arbor, who lost his congressional race to John Dingell, the longtime congressman, another one possible. Tim Luliette, considering it, the former head of an auto supply company. And now the name of Congressman Thaddeus McCotter is surfacing too. He's the Republican from the Redford area. Yesterday there was a Republican presidential debate on Fox. You had former Minnesota Governor Tim Pawlenty going up against the former CEO of Godfather's Pizza, Herman Cain. Former New Mexico Governor Gary Johnson was there, Texas Congressman Ron Paul, and the former Pennsylvania Senator Rick Santorum, if you're interested in that sort of thing. They asked the candidates whether they thought the pictures of Osama bin Laden should be released, and everybody but Herman Cain raised their hand and said, yes. Former Governor John Engler will be the keynote speaker at a Republican 4th Congressional District meeting on May 16th. That is in his former home congressional district. There were people who said one time that Governor Engler might run for United States Senate. Is that possible? That'll be from 7:30 till 9 at Bucks Run Golf Course in Mount Pleasant. Tickets are $50 if you want to catch up with John Engler. And the DNR voiced its support yesterday for a federal proposal to remove wolves in Michigan, Wisconsin, and Minnesota from the endangered species list and return wolf management to the state by state instead of federal coverage. NASA mission managers are hoping to set a launch date today for the Endeavor's final mission. Ground crews have been at the pad tracking down an electrical glitch that forced the scrub of the flight 1 week ago. I guess everything looks good now, so the final launch of the Endeavor set for no earlier than next Tuesday. And that date could slip a few days, and they keep working. I hope they get it done because I will be in Florida on Tuesday covering the World Golf Hall of Fame inductions with Jim Nantz and Arthur Hills and Ben Wright and Doug Ford and lots of other famous, former PGA Tour Commissioner Dean Beeman will be with us. That's Monday and Tuesday as former President George Herbert Walker Bush is inducted into the World Golf Hall of Fame, along with Jumbo Ozaki and Doug Ford, and also, you're going to have Frank Cherkinian, who was Jim Nantz's boss, inducted posthumously. Donald Trump will not be going to the Indy 500. I guess he was going to be in the pace car, and he felt it was inappropriate for him to drive the pace car because he's going to announce his intention to run for president soon. Well, wouldn't that have been pretty good? Good campaigning? What does that mean? He's in or out? Well, we'll still have to see. Okay, the State House has approved cuts to education in the state. Obviously, that's got to get through the Senate yet. That would be a 3.5% per student cut. And Republicans joined all the Democrats in the House and voted against the bill. 6 Republicans joined all these. So every Democrat voted against. 6 Republicans also voted against, but that was enough to get it through. Some people think that that's pretty severe. The Senate education bill only cuts student aid by $170 per pupil. The House cut is going to be somewhere but pretty close to $297 per pupil. There's a gas station in Romulus could face legal troubles. It's been watering down the gas. I didn't know you could do that. Watered down fuel. Not only does it cost a lot, it isn't even real gas. stay tuned for more on that. All eyes will be on Wall Street this morning as the Labor Department releases April unemployment figures. Stocks were down yesterday as the market closed. Well, Dow was 139 down, the S&P down 12, and the NASDAQ down 14. And I don't have to tell that to Jamie Westenbarger from Forest Hills Financial and the host of Keeping Your Money on the Michigan Talk Network on the weekends. It's www.keepingyourmoney.com. Welcome back to the program.
Morning, Mike Patrick.
Well, have you picked a Derby horse yet to invest in?
I have not. I also want to let you know that I've decided not to run for Senate as well, just in case anyone was wondering.
Okay, well, there's another one bites the dust. I mean, who's going to be left when it comes time for somebody to go up against Senator Stabenow and her $3 million of money? So, what's your take on the market this week?
Well, it's been a little choppy. We've had 4 straight days of negative, and a lot of that has to do with uncertainty. And uncertainty also will cause a lot of volatility. And we've seen the oil market kind of the bottom fall out of that yesterday, and it looks like it's continuing this morning as well.
Does that mean the oil prices are dropping?
Yeah, down 10% yesterday, down 5% already this morning.
Have anything to do with the death of Osama bin Laden, you think?
No, I'm afraid not. We'd love to tie that to it, but it really looks like it's just a matter of a lot of the speculation that's in the market. There's a lot of money out there, and people are starting to decide to pull back some of their positions, which could potentially prove what has been argued for a while, that a lot of the speculation is one of the main reasons we see such a run-up in oil prices, and it has very little to do with reality and more to do with people trading and trying to make money.
Thanks a lot, then. And we get the record gas prices because of it. $4.24 is the average in Michigan. That's Jamie Westenbarger, managing partner of Forest Hills Financial, registered principal of the American Portfolios Financial System, not affiliated with Forest Hills Financial. Any discussion of companies in general in nature, not a recommendation or a solicitation for security. It's Michael Patrick Shields on Friday morning.